What's going on, guys? Today we're going to cover how to choose the right fly. Now, the way to do this, there's no right, wrong, or indifferent way to do this, but here are some general guidelines on when to choose certain flies versus another one. Now, this method is fairly well known, and to be honest with you, it's one of the best ones. Now, first of all, you don't have to be an entomologist to choose the right fly for certain situations. If you're able to look in the water and see what the fish are actually able to eat, that's a good way to start. But if you don't know, okay, what this insect is, follow 3 general rules. The first one, you look at the general size of the insects that they're potentially eating. Alright? It doesn't have to be right on the money, but generally if you're able to get within the right size frame, you're able to be better off with choosing the right fly. Number 2 is to match the general shape of flies that you see trout sipping off the water. So hypothetically, if you see that the flies that they're eating off the water have sailboat-like wings, well, you might want to look in your box for something that's similar. Even if you don't know whether it's a mayfly or not, you can at least look in your box and find something similar of the same shape and of the same size. And lastly, once we have the shape down, once we have the size down, we look at the shade, not the color, the shade of the flies, okay? So if you notice they're eating subsurface insects of around a size 20, and you got that down, and you notice that they're eating flies that are shaped somewhat like a pheasant tail nymph, alright? And then you go a step further and you look and you notice that, well, most of the flies they're eating are of a really dark or a brown shade. Alright, you have really light, you have intermediate, and you have really dark shades of insects. And if you're able to match those, normally and generally, the color specifically does not matter. If they're taking dark green duns, guess what? They're probably going to take a dark brown dun or something similar in shade. Alright guys, hopefully that was informative. Remember, it is not rocket science. Get on the water, try and match the best you can following the 3 simple rules that we just discussed, and you'll find a lot of success in the water. One thing I want to remind you guys of is that we are sponsored by Lucky Tackle Box, and there's really no better way to expand your repertoire of flies than to join Lucky Tackle Box with their Fly Box. Every month, Umpqua hand packs a beautifully designed box specifically for you that'll catch a ton of trout.